All right, so I am live, and I always think I'm not live when I'm live, but whew. All right, so we talking about Amazon, and I'm just looking at the SPY. It's funny, I had to make a trade just before I made this video click live because here we go. Let's bring this up here, and yeah, the CDC to announce first U.S. case of Chinese coronavirus that killed 6. It's here in the United States already. So I'm like, I'm getting ready to make the video, and I'm like, what the hell? What the hell just happened? You look at this. Let's see, can I detach this gadget? I'm live, so give me a minute with the charts and just boom. So I'm getting ready to make the video right around here, right? And then I come back to click play, start the video. I'm like, what the hell just happened? So I wanted to talk about Amazon, which I usually always talk about, and why this thing isn't running into earnings. Yes, indeed. So I saw the drop because I went even longer. So my trades has been working out because I've been selling calls. Well, deep call spread, deep in the money call spreads. Like the 1800 to 1860 or something like 1840, 1830. And so I have room for this thing to drop. But if this virus is in the United States, man, we don't even know much about it. And, that's why the market was even down today. But I was kind of surprised how it shook it off. It shook it off and we turned positive. So I was going to talk about, I'm like, oh, man, Amazon took off right out the gate for the most part. And the market was down. I was like, oh, man, this thing's got some relative strength. This thing is running because it was always the opposite for the last couple of weeks. So I was like, all right. I started to get longer right here with straight up call spreads, and I just totally took them off. Now, I'm not feeling comfortable with what they're going to say because they're going to do it at, let me pull this up, SPY. Look at the, man. To announce the first case of the virus at what time? I saw the time, 1:30. Well, it's 1:30 anyway. So let's see how that means this fight. I mean, man, hopefully there's no new epidemic, and that it could be this could be the top of the market for a while. If this thing just takes off and this person's getting sick, and then we got deaths, and oh man, so oof. It's definitely a change. I think it is a valid reason right now for the. Let me pull up the ES for the. What was it? The Dow was actually positive, 327. Yeah, it took about 50, 60 points off the Dow, but we'll see what happens. This market's been shaking everything off. I remember back when the SARS was out, the market dipped, but took it out. Is that the same as bird flu? SARS, bird flu, Give me a minute here. Let me see something real quick. Okay. Had to check that out. Wait, one more thing. Like I say, technical difficulties when you're going live here. What is wrong with my? Anyway, I'll let that sit. All right, so let's talk about Amazon. Oh, I'm so disappointed with that news. Oh man, look at that. One of the smart things when something like that is happening is just to kind of be patient. You don't want to panic, but I think the market's going to panic. It's going to panic. CDC is just going to drop some bad news. They're going to scare everybody. Oh, la 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 la. And the market's toppy. It's toppy already. It's waiting for a reason to roll over, and it just might have one. It just might have a reason. And I'm just trying to look at let's pull up the weekly here. Look at that. Oh man, you can see I was drawing all kinds of lines. It just blew past everything. It's just just blew past everything. Let's see what they say. I'm kind of anxious. Normally, I kind of got CNBC in the background, but I'm making a video. All right, so we got to talk about Amazon, why it's not running. Let's get back to the nitty-gritty of the video, AMZN. All right, so generally, oh, goodness gracious. Generally, this thing runs into earnings all the time. And look at right here, boom, right here. Actually, yeah, right here. There's the run. Right here, here's the run. I mean, always runs into earning like clockwork. So I'm like, what is wrong with this stock? So I put on my trades, and I like this one because it runs kind of hard. So I always put on my trades, generally selling put spreads, you know, or maybe even buy, depending on how it's run, like a call spread, or if it's running hard, a straight up call. But this thing has not been running, and the market has been running hard. So if you're with me, hey babes, life like I in the building, say what's up. Anyway, so if you with me, if you understand what I'm saying, so what do you do? What do you do? Because, or what's going to happen? What is that a sign of? Is that a sign that earnings is going to tank? Is it a sign to get the hell out? I mean, the stocks that I trade with is Google, Facebook, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to kind of really work Amazon. And I could have been working Google, Facebook. I made some money in Tesla. You know, that thing is running like there's no tomorrow. Somebody upgraded again today. Look at this thing. Is this thing being affected by the SARS, or what is it? I can't even pronounce the name of the virus. Look, it didn't even budge. That, you know what that means? Look at that. That's today. And you saw the market, right? Let me pull up the market. And I'll pull up the Qs. Look at that. You know what that means? Tesla wants to go higher. Nobody's even selling the thing. Look at that. Unbelievable. So somebody put upgraded it to $800 a share. It was just last month. What was it? Right here. When was this? Okay, it was June. It feels like it was last month. Maybe even right here. August, $200. People was thinking it was going to go to zero. And here it is, it's $542, and people think it's going to $800. That's almost another 50%. It's unbelievable. And that's why, I mean, shorts are getting, hopefully they got out. This is, you know, new shorts. Yeah, this thing, you gotta wait for it to be down. You gotta wait for it to be down and stay down, and then maybe consider shorting. You know, when you had your opportunity, and I want to get in, but it just gives you no break here. Where are we at here? The other day, you know, when it was up 547, okay, you're like, yo, look at it come down. I sold puts right there, right at the 500, and it kind of broke it. And I was like, no, I'm in it, because it was steady. And sure enough, I made money on that. It closed out because I sold those same week expiration. And then I thought about, I was like, you know, actually, I bought a butterfly at 520. Okay, I sold the two 520s and bought the 510 and then the 525, and it blew right through that. That was going to expire this week. All right, so I was like $63, and I could have made like $500 on it. It just blew right through. It just blew totally to the other side. I think I got out for even, maybe even a $10 loss. I thought about holding it because it expires at the end of the week. But the thing is relentless. It's just going up. So, you know, it was a small, little tiny gamble. Call it a gamble. And you know, it's just not being affected. If this virus thing does bring it down, it's probably time to get in. It's probably a buy point. I think people are just waiting for this thing to go down a little bit, and they want to get in or get out. Right? The shorts want to get out. And to get out, they got to buy it. Longs want to get in. I mean, oh, unbelievable. So, what's up, anybody? Who we got in here? Say what's up. This is Dre. Thanks for watching Dre Trades on Instagram and Dre Trades on Twitter. So, back to the Amazon. So, yeah, what do you mean? What is going on? Let me pull out my little flyout. I like this little flyout. It gives me news right here. It gives me I got the minute chart right here and a couple of stock quotes. But my stock quotes are not. They be deleting. Anybody got Thinkorswim? I got this thing was full of stocks and it deletes them. I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, so here we are. So it's just not running into earnings. I'm very worried. I don't know if I should take the other side. I know what I was going to talk about. I'm going to pull up the monthly and just, you know, I think that's a continuation pattern right there. It's very bullish. And if you really look at what you see, I even see a big extended cup and handle. Yeah, let me show you that a little bit closely. See that? It's kind of extended. Let me zoom it out here, bring it over. Like, right? See that? It's kind of cup and handle-ish. And on the handle, light volume or lighter volume than the cup didn't make the high. It's perfect. It's perfect. So what does that mean? So what does that mean? If it's a true cup and handle, it has the potential to run the distance of this cup, which is what, say 2,000. I'll give you such big candles right here. I can tell you the truth, I don't even know if it's the top of the cup or the bottom of the cup since it's such big handles. Let's go to the top. 200 to 1,700. That's 300 points to the upside approximately, and I'll bring it to say 2,200 points. You gotta be in that. I mean, but knowing that, why is it going down? I'm waiting for your suggestions. Let me pull me up here. Oh man. Looking good, babe. You love that shirt. Yeah, see my girl. She's in the video. She's in the comments, and she's not a trader. She's not into stocks. She's just checking me out, and gives me compliments on the shirt. Not how I look. But we talking stocks, babe. What do you think about this Amazon chart? All right, so check out Life Like I. She has a channel. You click on. I'm on there too as well. It's very interesting. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, so earnings next Friday. I know how to trade it, but with the curveball, I'm trading it like I've been trading. Been doing very well. The selling puts, as you can see, it's just been steady. Hasn't been doing nothing. That's the monthly. We pull up the weekly. Selling puts right under here. Just kind of let it ride up into the earnings. But where we are, 1864. Worried about this whole virus thing. It could put a curveball into earnings, depending on how bad it is. And we might be able to shake this one case off. But suppose tomorrow we wake up and there's another case or two more cases. And then now we're thinking epidemic, which we already thinking, but we're thinking now it's real and it's here. And so it could just be a curveball into everything. I hate things like that. Oh, excuse me. That's what. See, if this wasn't live, that would have been edited out of there. So I want to talk about. Let's talk about my last video. I talked about the transportation sector, and I was like, "Oh, you gotta buy it." Well, it was so great. Well, I kind of got burnt on this one, and I had an alert to get out. Where are we? 198. I had an alert. I don't know why it didn't go off. 199 to get out, and you can see what happened. Let me change my thing. When CSX reported stocks, it opened up down here. CSX just totally reversed and just made a new high. I thought it was very bullish. Kind of held it out. Now we're actually below that close, that open, I should say. So that trade sucked. Okay, so I gotta get out. CSX, same thing. I really like that trading action we saw on Friday. It opened up, it went down. Where did it go? Here's candle. It went up. Wait a minute. What is this? The hour? Let me pull up the 5 minute. Here we go. Because I knew it. It went down, up. It did all of that. Made a new high on the worst earnings, I wouldn't say ever, but pretty bad earnings. And then the whole transportation sector was right. I made a video on it. I was like, oh man, that's bullish. That's bullish. Well, obviously not, because the next day, which is today, it's down, right? So I got out of CSX. I bought some IYT calls. I'm going to get out of that. Those are not doing as well. Yes, so people that, like me, I'm a regular dude. I trade stuff. I have losing trades as well. I throw them out there. I'm not like some of the other guys that don't ever lose. You know what I mean? So look at the volume into it and everything. It just held that. No volume. Nobody sold. They sold it today, though. That's for sure. And then now that we have the virus, I mean, you just don't know. Let's look at some airlines. Let me see what Delta is doing. These things got down 5.66%. You probably, if you want to get into the stock, because this is the best of the best, it's time to maybe, you can use this to actually get in, and just watch it, let it go down some, but just kind of keep an eye on it. This thing, the reason why I don't like the airlines, because they're just volatile. You can wake up and there's a crash and it's down. You can't control that. This is like one of the best in the industry, and look at how volatile it is. So we'll be back to the bottom of the channel somewhere, and then that'll be the perfect time to get in. 1 minute. Why is this thing? There we go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I was hoping I can get you guys to come in here and give me some comments about Amazon. I talk about it all the time. It's just my favorite stock to trade, because I wouldn't say implied volatility is that high, but it's just big numbers. I like big number stocks because they move big, and you can make good money on it. Here, think of all the iron condors you could have sold last year. It's not moving that much, and it's just consolidating. So what's going to happen, this thing is, once it does move, once it gets out of this range here, it's going to go hard either way. I'm going to call it right there. Either way, up or down. So if it breaks down below, you probably just want to buy puts and ride it down. If it breaks up above, you want to buy calls, ride it up for a little bit, because that's what it's going to do. Or sell puts below it, or if it's going up, and if it's going down, sell calls above it. So that's, but I have a feeling if it is going to go up for earnings, that it's going to be up hundreds of points. The options only have it going up 89 points, right? I just think it's going to be, that seems little. That seems a little bit for a $2,000 stock. 89 points, really? So I think it's going to go much higher than that, or even lower. So it might stay in a range and wipe everybody out that bought calls and puts and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's it. So I'm just very disappointed on the action. This thing always runs, and just got me concerned. So if you didn't catch this live, go ahead and put your opinion in a comment below. Is that the sign? That means it's just gonna blow, earnings. Is it gonna blow it? Or this is what I'm kind of thinking. That's what I think is gonna happen. But that's the obvious, right? Oh my gosh, it's not running. Somebody knows something. It's not gonna be a good earnings report. Not necessarily. Tesla's hot. Google's hot. Facebook's hot. They might be using the stock as an ATM and buying those things and watching them run, because they are running. They're running hard. So that could be the possibility of what's kind of going on. I thought when Target reported bad numbers and everybody got out of that, I thought it would kind of be a plus for Amazon, but it wasn't. It went up, but then it went right back down. So I'm like, what is it? Is somebody just trying to get out? Repositioning? I don't know. If you look at the daily, I don't have my volume chart on, but for the most part, you look at all of this right here, it's not the greatest volume. So we'll see what happens at 1864. Now it's flat. What is the SPY doing? It's down 0.2. And then Amazon, let me see the Qs. It's down 0.19. And then Amazon, it's down 0.07. So the relative strength is still good, but it's not going to go up if the market, actually, I was going to say it's not going to go up if the market is not going up, but it did today, and that's what made me get longer. But I think that was a bad choice, and I'm going to think about neutralizing that position, possibly by selling calls above it, because that is it. I got to hear what the news said, so I'm so anxious to kind of get off of this. Let me see something. Let's what's a good news source? CNN. I like CNBC, but I know they're going to be all over this historical, probably be that clash. What are they talking about? They're not even talking about the CDC expected to announce first deadly case of Wuhan coronavirus. Washington State, the source and viral matter of the novel. China. Well, why don't they tell us now? It's affected more than 300 people and killed 6. Get out of there. Shut up. In an outbreak that has been reported in 5 countries, now including the United States. Wow, already 5 countries. Unclear if this person recently traveled to China, probably did, where and how became infected, and the person transmitted the virus to anyone else in the United States. All right, so SARS-like virus can be transmitted between humans. Yeah, I'm telling you, why all the viruses in China? And they, why do they come out from there? Then they travel all over. Affected more than 300 people and killed 6. That's what's up. So I got to listen to the news, see what's going on, see how I can see if this is something I should worry about, see if I should protect myself. It says right here what you need to know. Causes what we know is it causes pneumonia and it doesn't respond to antibiotic treatment, which is not surprising. But stop that. But then in terms of mortality, SARS kills 10% of the individuals. Poon, a variety. So is this kind of a version of SARS? So basically it kills 10%. But if there's no antibodies, we just lay in bed for a week or so until it goes away? Here are 7 things you should know. Totally turned this video into a health video. Okay, Middle East respiratory syndrome, as known as MERS virus, was reported. Where's the 7 things? Okay, how it spreads. When it comes to human transmission of the virus, it often happens when someone comes in contact with the infected person's secretions. What do you got, a tongue kiss them? Depending on how virulent the virus is, a cough, sneeze, or handshake could cause exposure. Okay, the virus can also be transmitted by touching something an infected person has touched, and then touching your mouth, nose, or eye. So if the infected person touched the doorknob and you touch that doorknob, they're going to go, you got it. So there is no specific treatment. Most of the time, symptoms go away on their own. Doctors can relieve symptoms by prescribing a pain or fever medication. You get some ibuprofen, drink fluids, get rest, and sleep as much as possible. I have no problem doing that. Okay, if the symptoms feels worse than a standard cold, see your doctor. That's what they always say. So how can you prevent it? There is no vaccine to protect yourself against the family of virus, at least not yet. Hopefully they get a vaccine. You may be able to reduce your risk of infection by avoiding people who are sick. How do we know who's sick? Try to avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Wash your hands off with soap and water. Probably a good idea to get that antibiotic stuff and just always kind of use it, that little portable thing. If you're pregnant, it's probably not a good idea. I ain't going to read that. Coronavirus in cats, dogs, and other pets can catch it, and the infections can become severe. Oh, wow. Okay. Can a cat give it to a dog? Cats can catch SARS, but none of the affected cats develop symptoms. According to, that's what I know. More serious in cats. Impact cats and dogs will be fatal to dogs. Okay. The particular dog and cat viruses don't seem to spread to humans. That should have been the first line. That shouldn't be the very last line. That's the first. If the cat has it, can I get it? That's all I want to know. Cat, you're on your own. Dog, you're on your own. Anyway, so there it is. That's what everyone's worried about. I don't know. I think that's from earlier today. Will the SPY... It's still kind of just hovering the same thing. I'm going to bring up the minute chart real quick. That's what's happening. It looks like it's trying to kind of hold on. But you know what that looks like? It looks like it just wants to pounce again on the bottom. Kind of almost making like a bear flag. I don't know. If it could bounce back from this, if it could get a new high, there is nothing that can just stop this market. It's just going to be like new high and just off to the races. So we'll see what happens. All right, so yeah, leave your comments below about the Amazon. 163, yeah, it's going down. I got to sell some positions for sure. I just feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable now. Look at all my little buy arrows saying buy. It's definitely it's just oversold. Look at the RSI. I mean, people's just panicking. Something like this. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's say it was an outbreak, Amazon wins because you buy your stuff online and you could stay home, right? More people will buy online. You just stay home and get your package. You don't have to go to Walmart and Kroger's or wherever, Target and Costco to be exposed. They will make more business. So why is Amazon should actually be running on this news? So anyway, that's my little thought of it. So possibly a buying opportunity once people figure that out. Anyway, so thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Life Like I appreciate you tuning in. Who we got in there? You see, my eyes are so bad. I gotta squint and kind of get really close to the monitor. Doctor, is that VIE? Because I can't read it. Hold on here. I can't read your name, but you said hello and hello back. Hello. Thanks for tuning in and joining me. I don't know how long your comment was there, but yeah, we're just talking. Ooh, 161 now. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and listen to the news and see what the hell they talking about and see if it's something that we should be concerned. I do got some puts on. That's the good news. I was actually thinking about taking them off because the VIX crashed this morning. No, it didn't crash. It was down. I'm like, okay, we finally getting a down day? What? And then it was down like 6 or something percent, 6, 7. Didn't just damn near was heading to zero. Excuse me. Now it's down back to 7.8 today. So yeah, we opened here. We was just down right to where it was, and then now we're back new high. You know, actually it's 13. So the VIX is starting to run. Yeah, I was actually gonna just say, you know what? Let me get out of these calls. These puts. Even though when it's low, you probably want to buy puts, but when it does things like that, it just kind of tells me that it wants to just go higher. Maybe it's like too soon to buy puts, but I got some put spreads on that's out for like 60 days, I think. So I'm glad they still on. Probably keep them on. You just need that protection. So yeah, VIX is low. It's 13. It's actually starting to climb. So yeah, think about, it's still low. I mean, look at that. Think about buying some protection. When it's this low, guess what? It only goes up from here. When it goes up, the market's going down. Okay, so get some protection, you know, and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, because this is going to be around for a long time unless somebody comes out. We got an what is it? We got our, the potion where you drink it and you're all better. What was that? A vaccine! We got a vaccine! You know, and then the stocks will be running again. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Appreciate you, Dr. VLILO, I think it says. But yeah, my eyes is bad, so forgive me. I don't have my glasses on my desk either. Yeah, appreciate you watching. Check out some of the other videos on my channel. They kind of like this. I just get on live and just start talking stocks, you know. I talk what I'm doing for the most part. I'm not no guru. I'm just a guy. I make money. I lose money. I always say don't follow me because I lose money, man. I lose. And but I make money too. You know, I'm just trading and trying to stay positive P&L. And I do pretty well. I do pretty well at it. All right, so, but I lose. I have losing trades, man. have losing streaks, you know. So you just got to kind of get back on the horse, shake yourself off, you know, stay small, which I have a problem. I work on that all the time because I just start being confident and like, yeah, you sure? I started the video off like, I'm buying more Amazon. I feel it's going up, you know, but then it's bad. So anyway, thanks for watching. So I'll talk to you guys later. Put your comments down. Let's talk about this stock. And then we could talk about maybe what you put down in the next video. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Peace.